Birmingham Stallions quarterback Alex McGough lifted the USFL Championship trophy in 2023, and after 2 years away from spring football, he's hoping to lift the UFL trophy in 2025.
Kind of feels like a homecoming. It's like kind of just what I'm supposed to be doing.
His coach has nothing but nice things to say about the returning quarterback.
I just have the world of respect. I hope that son of a isn't on here yet hearing me say nice things about him, because I'll deny every one of them.
The Birmingham Stallions are going for the rare four-peat, and they are the favorite to win the UFL Championship, thanks in large part to the return of Alex McGough. McGough's pro football journey was an interesting one. Coming out of Florida International in 2017, he was a seventh-round pick by the Seattle Seahawks in the 2018 draft. He spent a season on the practice squad, signed a futures deal with Jacksonville in 2019, but was let go later that year. Spent a little over a year with the Houston Texans, signed a futures deal with Seattle in 2021, but was waived. That leads us to 2022 when the USFL kicked off, and McGough was set to be back on the road to the NFL before an ankle injury sidelined him for the regular season. Jamar Smith led the Stallions to the inaugural USFL Championship, and McGough was able to come back and actually throw the go-ahead touchdown in that USFL Championship game. In 2023, Smith was set to start for the Stallions with McGough as the backup, but a season-ending injury to Smith in the opener put McGough in the starting lineup, and he led Birmingham to back-to-back titles. McGough signed with the Green Bay Packers that summer. He eventually transitioned from quarterback to wide receiver with the Packers. A hamstring injury eventually led to his release in July 2024, although he was signed to the practice squad in November. When it appeared he would not re-up with the Packers in 2025, he gave his old coach a call.
He called me one day and said, look, it doesn't look like I'm going to get re-signed, so I want to come back and play. What works? I think there's a mutual respect on both sides. I think he's got a great understanding of this offense. I think that from a personality standpoint, we click. And I say we click because you can't take either one of us really too serious. We both want to have fun. We know that there's work to be done, and when there's work to be done, we got to get it done.
I had opportunities for other teams, and the other teams were calling me because I could have went anywhere, but I knew that the whole time I was going to come back, just because of Skip, the relationship that we have, and then just the guys. Like I'm familiar with these guys, that they're familiar with me, and it worked so well that 2023 season that I just want to see if we can do it again.
McGough says it feels natural to return to his quarterback position after a couple of seasons trying his hand at wide receiver.
It's like riding a bike. I always say that. Quarterback's like riding a bike. I've been doing it since I can remember. So it was just more about physically getting my arm back into throwing every day, things of that nature. But I wouldn't say mentally I've lost anything. I think I've gained from playing receiver. I think when you see it from that perspective and you see how things open up from the opposite point of view, definitely has helped me.
We know if he gets back up on the bike and returns to the MVP form he was at in 2023, he can deliver for the Stallions. He was first in passing touchdowns, third in passing yards, and by the way, sixth in the league in rushing yards and third in rushing touchdowns among all players. What his head coach knows is not just what McGough brings to the field, but what he brings off it.
Alex is upbeat. Alex is positive. He is fun-loving. He's a prankster. He's a jokester. He keeps everything loose, but he knows when to take everything serious as well. He understands when to take it serious. Hey guys, this is big. He's a leader.
I just like to have fun. I like to put smiles on people's faces, and I think if you're not having fun doing something, why are you going to do it? And I kind of treat everything in my life like that, and I try to bring it to the football field. And there's times where you got to be serious, you got to lock in and focus up, but that doesn't mean you got to be somebody you're not. My true self is a joking kind of style, and I think Skip gets that. And it's hard to find, honestly, coaches like that understand that when I start acting like I'm not trying to be like lighthearted and stuff, then I start acting weird and I don't play as well, and I'm not myself, and coach really lets me be myself. And I think that's why our relationship has worked the way it has.
Holt's looking for that old McGough, even if he has that new do.
I get Slim Shady, I get MGK, I get a bunch of them. And none of them they're not bad. I like them. I respect them. I mean, they're successful people. I mean, MGK's used to, I don't know if they're still together, but Megan Fox, I mean, good for him. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that any day of the week.
You get the hard-hitting facts right here on this channel. Now, it is an interesting quarterback room that McGough will be in. He's there with backup quarterback Matt Corral from last year and newcomer Case Cookus. So a lot to watch for in training camp as we get closer to the 2025 season. Also, quick note here, if you want to support the channel other than liking and subscribing and commenting, you have a couple of options right now. It's all up to you. I have a 99-cent tier. It's called Friends of the JLS channel, which just supports the channel each month, and in return, I give you something that is invaluable. Every new channel supporter gets a shout out in a new video. That's priceless. The other tier is $1.99 per month. It's Fans of the JLS channel, and in addition to the truly priceless shout out in a new video, you will also have early access to new videos before they go public. Again, it's all up to you. If you want to support the channel, I will always appreciate it, but I will always deliver content to all the UFL and alt football fans out there in YouTube, and even some of the haters. I love you too, so I like your support as well. Hey, we got more UFL news and analysis right here in these videos. Also, check out altfootball.com for UFL, CFL, IFL, AF1, everything else. Check it out.